Don't let them take the spirit of America, horse-drawn carriages away. Horses are happier when they're well taken care of and working.
On a time travel ride back to Victorian era New York where they can enjoy the simple, peaceful things like a horse and carriage
What's your horse's name?
Charlie.
Okay, Charlie.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay, great. Thank you so very much. Okay.
Come on in.
Welcome, guys. Come on in.
Okay,
Next
great.
course starting right now. Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
Sign yourself in.
Grab some carrots. That's a lot of carrots.
A ride through Central Park. There's a coupon here for $35.
Okay, thank you. And I'll take a booklet if that's great. Fantastic. What a sweetheart. Well, we'll get one for now. What is your name?
Stephen Malone. Every horse is required to have an annual inspection where they get all their shots. You will see all their certificates on every stall. In 2010, I wrote and passed a bill in the City Council that passed a 44-3 vote that provided bigger stall sizes, 5 weeks vacation, better health care than any Obama plan could ever come up with, and also gave brakes on every carriage, rain covers during certain times of year, and just was a good PR for us to do. And also gave us our first rate increase. Nobody fall down. Our first rate increase in 21 years. Everything that we do goes through City Council. So, all the staff that are here, like I said, 24 hours. You guys are able to work legally till 3 a.m. The average carriage comes back anywhere from 11 to 1, depending on the time of year. And again, you know, we have a day shift and we have a night shift. So guys provide for their families with the night shift, and the guys provide for their families with the day shift. The day shift now is the busier of the top. We're going to be 2 shifts because we are so restricted and Times Square is so safe. Years ago, people used to run from Times Square, now they run to it. And we're restricted out of Times Square due to traffic. And Central Park now, so you all walk around and give them up Blue Star and go State Horse Festival and Day in Town. Place to store it, or if there's any special diet your horse needs, we'll do that for you also. This square silo here has the only one that has oats mixed in it. Okay? This time of year, my horse, I couldn't give oats. Okay, guys, if you can try and cut your way through here. In 2008, I was responsible for bringing the Teamsters in to our business. Everybody says, well, why the hell would you bring the Teamsters into your business? Well, the unions were put in place to protect the worker from their boss, okay? We were having an issue, not with our worker, or not with our bosses, because we were the bosses. We were having issues with the city. Like I mentioned to you earlier, everything has to be done through local law. We did not have a price increase for 21 years, and that, to me, was scandalous. So we brought the Teamsters in, and it's a voluntary thing. The same way Pepsi drivers. If you guys want to move down here so everybody can fit in, It's a voluntary thing. It's illegal to force anybody to join a union. We're a union affiliate, the same way the Pepsi drivers are. Okay, the Pepsi drivers own their own routes, but they work for Pepsi, and they're unionized. So we pay a nominal fee to the Teamsters. Teamsters provide us with the backing. When I used to go and sit with city council people, and unfortunately I've done it too much, I'm 46 years old, and I've testified in front of Mayor Koch, Mayor Dinkins, Mayor Giuliani, Mayor Bloomberg, and this other guy. I won't use his name. Hopefully not this other guy, but we'll see. So we brought the Teamsters in. The Teamsters are the only reason that we are still here. I tell you that from the bottom of my heart, no matter how much work I could do or any of you guys could do. When I used to sit with a city council person, I was representing 115 guys. When I sit there with the Teamsters behind me, I'm sitting behind 125,000 guys, who then parlay that into all the different unions, and we had a letter of support that went to the mayor last year that represented 1.5 million people. So anybody that wants to know anything about maybe possibly doing the same thing wherever they're from, I'd be more than happy to set you up. It's very affordable, and it's the best money you'll spend. Okay, like I said, we try and do as much in-house as humanly possible. Now we have a seamstress, or as we call the Central Park Sweatshop, downstairs, where we have a guy that does our upholstery, he does our diapers, he does our raincoats. We try, again, this is an expensive city, as you guys are experiencing now, coming here from all over, and we try and do as much in-house as possible. We have our own tire maker that Kieran Kelly does. We fix our own tires. We do as much as we can here. Years ago, you'd lose a tire, you'd stick a U-bolt in, 2 hours later it was off. Then you'd have to take the wheel off, go to Pennsylvania, spend the day down there, and now you come back to the stable and Kieran puts your tire on in 15 minutes. And again, try and keep everything cost effective, try and keep everything simple and efficient. Efficient is the most operative word here. We want to be efficient. And this is another little tiny detail that people don't know. And it's just my little thing. So, we'll now move to upstairs. Now, if you look over here, guys, where all these people are staying, if you listen to Google, and if you come from the rural America, it's known as a hill, which horses have been walking up since Jesus was a boy. Okay, so please take your time. I don't want any lawsuits. You do so at your own free will. Hold the ramp, and I'll meet you upstairs. You didn't heal. God bless you.
It's doable. Very doable.
How's it going, brother?
Smells good. What's your horse's name?
Oscar.
Oscar. Oh, oh.
Everybody funnel this way here? Who's just coming through? That's Oscar. Okay. Everybody hear me okay? Okay. Every stall in this facility is 8 by 10. City requirement is 60 square feet. Okay? There are no straight stalls anywhere in Manhattan unless they're used just for wash stall or just to take a horse out to clean a stall or something like that. All box stalls. We legislated a luxury. We don't necessarily believe that straight stalls are a bad thing. We just legislated what we had the ability to do, and that's what I recommend all of you guys doing. If you guys ever come to the scrutiny, well, I don't think you'll ever get to the scrutiny that we get, but stay active. Stay active in your communities. Stay active with your neighbors, because you never know who's going to come through your door and be the best supporter you may ever get. And we're going to be pointing those people out tonight when we go to the gala. We have people that come here, you know, from Sandy Bacon and Nina and Minnie Patterson and Trent Luce that have just come here. And the little guy you guys may have seen last March, Liam Neeson. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him.
Yes.
He'll be playing my body double in the movie, just so you know. They're game changers. You know, stay active. stay politically, you have to be, when you're working with animals nowadays, you're not choosing to be political, you are political. Period. End of story. Because there's going to be somebody that's going to combat you and tell you what you're doing is wrong. And you have to be heard. It's very important for you guys to be heard. And that's why it was my belief to open up these doors. When I was a kid, my father's been in this business since 1964. I've been here 28 years. And we used to have our incidents back in the 80s, and it always was on the news. And I always felt the worst image was the TV camera across the street and the stable door closed. And I used to say to my father, why is the door closed? You're not doing anything wrong. Let's bring them in and show them the horse is fine. Well, that was my goal in life, to open it up and to make it an open house, to educate people and show them what we do, why we do it, how we do it, because it's very important. It's a very important aspect, and we think it's been a game changer as well. So, as you can see, go ahead,
What's your horse's name?
this one here, who's that? This is Paul's horse, Midnight.
Midnight.
Yeah.
And the white horse over here?
That's Winston.
Winston.
Okay, if you look around the stable on the stall doors, you will see the horse's certificate, health certificate, and license. Okay, we now are required, the horse has to get seen by a vet for his annual inspection. Then when he gets his annual inspection, 4 months to 8 months, no later than 8 months, no sooner than 4 months, he needs to be seen by a vet again, and that goes through his teeth, his coat, make sure he's sound, and that's all registered with the Department of Health. All the horses get 5 weeks vacation. 95% of them go across state lines. If they go across state lines, they must then be seen by a vet before they leave and before they come back to work. So now you've got healthy horses that are being seen by a vet 4 times a year. Price of doing business, price of staying in business. And that, our best, in my opinion, our best PR is not only our horses, they're number one, but the regulations that we put in place to protect them, and that the fact that they're being met 95 to 99% efficiency. Every stall here, if you can look closely here, guys, every stall has a stableman. No, I'm only joking. It doesn't have a stableman. 8 by 10. We all have automatic drinkers, so the horse can get as much water as he chooses. On our board here, one of the guys that owns this building is a licensed plumber. So again, him and Kieran, they do all the needs necessary here. We use straw bedding here because all the manure and everything goes to a mushroom compost. So we recycle everything here. So we were green before these nuts thought they were green. Okay? We have all the stalls come with a rubber matting, the same way that's on the ramp. This horse here happens to be on vacation. So horses will have salt blocks, they'll have electrolyte blocks, and again, we'll provide as much as possible, but it's all personal preference to what vet you use, what blacksmith you use. That's all.
What about the climate up here?
Climate, what's that?
Climate, you have to maintain
There's 78 horses here that provide all their own heat. And if you look up here, all the misters on the fans and stuff like that in the summertime. So when it's like 85, 86, we turn the misters on. And that keeps down the dust. And we have, you'll see vents, you see the vents there, the extracting vents. And when we go around the stable to the other side, you'll see tubing going through the center that pumps in the fresh air for ventilation.
Can I ask a question? Why is straw better as far as bedding?
Our compost doesn't do wood shaving, they only use straw for
Yeah, the mushrooms smell like shit.
Yeah.
The vet checks, the 4 times annually, they bring the same vet?
No, so you're a personal vet. It's got to be a licensed vet from the state of New York. Any other questions?
What is your name? What is your name?
Stephen Malone.
Okay, Stephen.
Come right over here. We'll bring it upstairs.
We do too.
Thank you. Right over here, guys. Come on down, guys. Go ahead. Got it in hand?
What type of breeds of horses are
All
these?
different types. We have standard breds, we have Belgians, Percherons, mostly cross, Morgans.
Do you have Clydesdales?
No Clydesdales.
Okay.
No, we like horses that can move, not a lazy. That's right. I had a Clydesdale once. A jackhammer wouldn't make him go.
What region are your horses normally from?
Well, we get all of our horses from the Amish country. Now they come in from Texas, Oklahoma, coming from all over. Nebraska.
Your horses are really huge.
Some of them. Some bigger than others. We don't need huge horses to do this work. You know, the carriages are operating on a flat surface with ball-bearing wheels and stuff like that and brakes. So, you know, we don't need huge horses, but some guys prefer huge horses. So guys, up here, it's the same thing up here, but I wanted to bring you up here just to spread out the group a little bit. So we get 10 ton of hay, 6 ton of straw, and 4 ton of grain per week that operates this stable here. You can see it's all stored here. Again, it's all sprinkler system throughout the building. We have a tool room over here. The washroom is there. But everybody seems to be most fascinated, excuse me, Trent. Everybody seems to be most fascinated by the shit room. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the cleanest shit room you'll ever see. All the manure is brought up in the freight elevator. It's compiled here. I've been in this stable almost 10 years. I've never seen a manure removal yet. They do it about 4 o'clock in the morning. And there's a hole in the floor that's got an orange tubing that goes down through to the second floor, out the window, and right into the back of the truck, and it's hauled away. So everybody gets their roses and gets their mushrooms, courtesy of Central Park, Clinton Park Stables. So if you come over here, guys, so easy. Everything that we do, guys, goes and is regulated by the Department of Health and Department of Consumer Affairs, and everything is locked in. And it's recorded. So when we, let's say Josie, this is Josie. It doesn't go January to December 31st. It goes from the time the horse comes to New York. So let's say that Josie came here February 1st. Okay, she arrived here for the first time February 1st. We are required to get a veterinarian to come and do his annual inspection where he gets all his shots. This paper then is brought down into the Department of Health. The way it should happen is it should go onto a desk of a veterinarian and the guy should sign off on it, and you should go be able to leave and go get your license the same day. Now, because it's a city agency, the veterinarian might only be there 6 hours a week, who knows? And therefore you might have to wait 2 days, you might have to wait 3 days. So that means then you have to take another day off work to go down to pick up your information to go to another agency, to wait in line there for an hour, maybe 2, and then you get your horse tag. You'll see all the horses have a hoof brand, that's their number, that's registered with the city. That the inspectors and everybody that comes out, they check them, and they also correspond that with a tag on their bridle as well. So, you get this, then 2 or 3 weeks later, your license comes. You cannot operate with the horse until you have all this logged in with the city. Okay, so now, your horse that you bought on February 1st, he may not get out of this barn until February 13th. Legally. I'll say that legally. Okay? We can bring them out and walk them around and things like that to acclimate them, but we can't go out and hack fares until all of this here is done. So, then all your licensing is here. Then you have to get a rabies shot as well, which is mind-boggling to me because,
excuse me, guys.
Watch your back, dancers.
The horse is okay, I'm dangerous.
What's your horse's name?
He's true. Dancer. Now you have, more bureaucratic stuff here. In this form here, there's rabies. They require us another rabies vaccination certificate. It costs us another $25. So this one's $150. This one's $25. So you're talking about $175 right off the bat Plus then when you come back, you get another biannual. So Josie came February 1st, okay? So then by no sooner than June, and then no later than October, he must be seen by a vet again to get a biannual, which again, you get another one of these, the vet gives us a break, it's only $100, and then it's logged down with the Department of Health. You will not get your annual license renewed unless the Department of Health has received your biannual, your rabies, your Coggins, and your 5 weeks furlough certificate from the farm that shows that your horse has been on vacation for a minimum of 5 weeks. So that's some of the bureaucratic stuff that we go through here. Again, it's the price of doing business. You know, I hope none of you have to go to that extreme. Yes?
What's the deal with 5 weeks vacation? A horse doesn't know vacation.
We were doing it already. We had these stalls here already. Okay, so I wrote the law that says, you know what? 90% of us are sending our horses out on vacation just to rotate them in and out of the city to give them a break. We just legislated it. And that was PR. And that is what helped us get our first rating increase.
A few days at a time, a week at a time?
That's on you. You can do 5 weeks consecutive, you can do a week at a time, but it's just it's easier to do 5 weeks consecutive. It's just easier because then you'd be logging in every time with the Department of Health. Anybody else? Questions?
How much does it cost you to send them on vacation?
Depends where you go. I deal with Marcy Brennan, who was here yesterday. She takes my horse up to Wallkill, New York, which is 2 hours from here, keeps him for 5 weeks, brings him back for $500.
Ulster County Wallkill?
Yeah.
So he gets to.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets.
She charges us $500 for 5 weeks. 1 second. If you want to go by Pennsylvania, it's usually about $150 plus 125 and 125, 150 and 150 for trucking back and forth. So it's about the same thing. It's going to cost you about $500.
We're required 2 weeks consecutive, well, 2 weeks throughout the year, but at least 1 week consecutive and another week throughout the year.
Bobby's from St. Augustine, just so nobody knows.
So yours is 5 weeks, it doesn't have to be consecutive, you can do a week and then 3 days, but okay.
It's got to be out of here. It's got to be out.
Yeah, see, that's what we have to be out.
See, if I own my own truck, there's some guys here that own their own farms and they do it that way, and they do it themselves.
Gotcha.
For me, it's just easier and more time efficient to do 5 weeks at a time. And usually we do it, like my horse downstairs is going on vacation tomorrow. You know, it's a slow time, so we go tomorrow and come back and we're in the middle of April. Anybody else?
You said it had to be logged in.
Logged in with the city.
Okay, so you're at the city, you log with the city when it's going on vacation and then when it comes back?
Correct. And you have to get the Coggins as well.
A new Coggins or just your valid Coggins?
This whole stable gets Coggins in January for the year.
So they're good because they don't need to have a new one
Correct.
to travel.
Right. Are you creating jobs for the city for somebody to keep track of your login?
Yeah, more or less.
Nice.
Yep. And to break my shoes. To be nice. Any other questions? Okay, well as you can see on every stall door as well, there's a lead rope. 95% of the horses here have a halter on. In the event that we need to evacuate for whatever reason, touch wood, we have never had to do it. The evacuation is that the horses will be led down across the street to the park, tied to the fence. And we have the closest fire department's approximately 3 minutes from here. So, and then the best fire department in the world, in my opinion. So, no. That's one of the things the city doesn't require yet. I didn't say that. Yes.
With that in mind, how many people do you have here on a around the clock basis in case you need to get horses out?
Well, overnight there's 3. There's 3 stablemen here, day and night. But throughout the day, there's always people that are out of here from 7 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock in the evening. You know, and then the night guys that are coming back from work. There's really 10, 12 people here at all times, except for maybe 3 to 7 a.m. Then there's only 3.
What's the normal hours for a horse's shift, like when they go out to the park?
By law, you're not allowed to work any more than 9 hours in a 24-hour period. And let me explain why they say 24-hour period. I work myself, and I have 2 horses. So let's say I work on Monday from 9:30 to 5. I come back at 5:30, I go home. Tuesday I want to work, but I have something to do. I can come back and go out, say 5 o'clock, and work my shift again. And I can take the same horse. Now, technically, that horse has worked both days, but he's had 24 hours off in between. So every driver, upon leaving here, he punches a time card. Okay? That's Susie. Punches a time card, and everything is logged in the office downstairs. The horse's ID number, my name, my driver's license, the carriage, time you leave, time you come back. And that's all there for inspection.
You guys are allowed 9 hours. We're only allowed 8 hours.
You guys suck.
I know.
Anybody else?
Just took her away again.
With me?
Yeah.
I'm too strong. I had one horse run away with me, but I caught him. Thank God.
Were you in the car?
No, I was on my way to the park. To give you an idea, I had a beautiful black and white paint horse. He stood 17 hands, and he was a firecracker, and I was young. And we were going across 46th Street. The one good thing I'll say, where all the horses go on their routes to and from the park, there's lots of construction. But the construction guys and we know sanitation pickups, like I know sanitation picks up over here every Friday morning and every Wednesday morning. So you avoid the streets that they pick up. They were doing demoing a building on 46th Street. Oh. So, no big deal. There was a garbage truck that will park my horse. No problem with garbage trucks as long as they're just parked. So I said to the guy, he goes, I know, old Italian guy, who had horses in Italy after I learned later. He knew he didn't run the incinerator. So I got up alongside of him, like I caught a trap. The truck on, okay. What was in the garbage truck?
Glasses.
Windows, of course. So my horse reared up, came down on 2 legs, jackknife, got him out, got everything was great. When I went to get up on the carriage, and I had the lines in my hand, when I went to get up on the carriage, the horse took off, okay? And he was going so fast that when I got down, I stumbled, and I fell. But I still had one line in my hand. And I just shouted, whoa, and I stopped, just like that. That's my horror story. Okay? And you know, if it was today, I would have turned around, I would have put the freaking horse in, I would have went to the pub. That day I went up to the park and went to work because I was young. What did I know? You know? Anything else?
Just a thought. We have a backyard barn, and my son rides at a commercial stable. We have 1 horse boarded and 2 at home, and we don't have these regulations. We don't. I mean, it's our horses are well taken care of, but you see a lot more abuse and neglect in backyard barns. And you know, you see a lot. There's no regulations. There's no regulation that says the lesson horses at his barn have to have. They obviously have to have a Coggin to travel, but there's nothing that says that they can't do so many lessons in a day.
Yeah, there's no reason.
I mean, the trainers are great and they regulate it themselves. But what's to say that industry is not next, or that our little backyard barn isn't next because we don't have sprinklers or we don't have whatnot. So what can we do? What can backyard barn people or people in the horse industry, not in the carriage industry, do to support? We tried to share it through social networking.
Support us? You
yes.
mean? You're right.
Because this is the next step. If this goes, then what's going to say that Peter doesn't think, you know, my son riding his Morgan isn't cruel?
Of course. They already do.
Jumping isn't
They already
cruel.
do. We're the low-lying fruit right now.
Right.
Okay, we're the iconic business.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not going to say that they won't come after you, but I will say if they get rid of us, it'd make it a hell of a lot easier.
You know,
see, like for instance, let me just explain to you. There was an incident in Salt Lake City. Okay, in Salt Lake City, had a horse that went down, and the people didn't handle it, and the horse died. And they tried to pawn off another horse, and this was the horse that went down when it wasn't. Okay, so they mismanaged it from day one. We contacted them. We tried to offer our assistance to help. I'm in business 30 years, is what I was told. Just because you're in business 30 years doesn't mean you're doing it right.
Doesn't mean you're treating your animals right.
Right. So what happened then? The guy went out of business, and as a result of them going out of business, the town, the city then came in and said no more carriage rides. Banned them. Now, they banned them, but they didn't ban the guy that was already there. So now that's a precedent. So now they're going to say, when it comes time for us, they're going to say, well, they banned them in Salt Lake. And I'm going to stand up and say, no, the guy went out of business. And then they took, you know, the steps to not allow it any further. So what I can say to you is, be vocal with your town area, state.
For New York City Horse Councils,
yeah,
people from upstate.
That's be heard. Nobody can shy away. The first person that shies away, Peter wins.
Yeah.
I don't even deal with PETA because PETA is...
Misinformation. When you try, I can't argue with people on this who are on the other side because they think that they're going to go get set free somewhere. The little pony that we just picked up from an auction.
Skittles and unicorns.
Yeah.
Skittles and unicorns.
The hundreds of thousands every year go to slaughter. If they don't have a job, there's a whole lot of other fate for them. That's not. This is a great life.
Yeah.
And it's Americana spirit. We have to keep our spirit alive.
Exactly.
This has been here
You have to, you know,
before the cars.
Listen, there's people that don't want to know, but there are people that do. Those are the people that you go after.
Can you pose with the sign?
Of course, there's Brian, another guy that came in out of nowhere and started this whole Twitter campaign.
Yeah, everybody can get a picture while you smile, Steve. Let me get a few. Oh, nice. Thank you very much.
All right. Now you guys are welcome to walk around the building, have lunch with us. Any questions? I'll be walking around. Please feel free, all right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for welcoming.
Sorry, I missed last night.
Hey, Pierre,
I was in bed for 13 hours straight. Really?
I just wanted to say hi, Steve. I did drive a little bit.
Did you?
For, you had to put, what is that guy's name? Oh, he has a twin brother. He got a stable, Peter Fiola, right? Yeah.
So you renewed.
I was kind of disappointed that they turned that stable into something.
Hustler.
Yeah, that sucks. You know?
That's why we have this
That's
one.
one less stable we have in New York City. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to put this, here's my card. I'm going to put this up on YouTube.
We see other parts of the industry than what we see at home.
I'll have it up on YouTube. Let's walk around. Before we have it up on your knife, and I always want to give you a couple of cards so you can give it to some of the other guys.
Absolutely.
And tell them it's going to be on YouTube. Let's talk around the cards.
All right, my locker downstairs. What's that?
Well, I got
Waiting for somebody to say you're riding it.
Awesome.
Out.
All right, we go downstairs and get it.
It is cool. It
is cool. To you.
Yeah. It's so cool. I just recently uploaded this kid from
Wow. Yeah, great. Sure.
Hey, thank you.
Watch any of it. They're all over the screen.
Look, here's the cross coming out.
Okay. What's your horse's name?
Horse name Rebecca.
Rebecca.
She's the mother of all the horses.
She's a girl, that's why. Yeah.
My fingers are numb.
Okay, let's go. What time?
Hey, look, get that sign. That's the actor, Liam Neeson, remember?
Yeah, I do. Okay, you're right. We got enough. Let's go. What you're talking about? All right. Okay.
This is a pretty one here.
You got a carrots? Any carrots? All right. Boom. Do what? Hi, honey. We forgot the carrots. We did. He knows the word carrot, huh? Okay. Hi. Pretty good. You look like you work here.
Sorry?
You look like you work here.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Sure.
Okay, Sean, you know what? Steve is a great guy. He's a real good guy.
Let's go. Yeah, he's the best.
Here, I just want to get him around the corner.
Nice to meet you. How are you? Very good. Thanks for coming. Oh, happy to have you.
Oh, sorry. What is your
name?
Kieran Kelly.
Yes, and tell me about Steve. He's a great guy to work for, huh?
Oh yeah, he's here, right here. Yeah, good guy to work for. Yeah, Steve is the best.
And which horse do you like the best?
My own Blackie, my own horse.
Yes. Well, how long have you worked at the stable?
I'm here 10 years in the stable, but I work on the horse for 27 years.
Where are you from originally?
Ireland.
Where do you live when you're not at the stable? What
Queens.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
You'll have a very pleasant day. All right, bye-bye.
Some of the boys come in late 2002.
You guys are Australian?
We are Ned Kellys. We're the original Australians. You know what I mean? Like we're Ned Kellys. Like Ned Kelly, the tour continues. You know what I mean? Taking over the world one day at a time.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
What is your name?
I'm Paul.
Yes, you work for a great guy, Steve. How long have you worked here?
27 years.
Where are you from originally?
Donegal, County Donegal. In Ireland, a little small country in Western Europe.
Yeah.
Are you second generation?
First, I'm the real thing, darling. No? So where are you from?
What's your horse's name?
Samson.
And
Samson, then I have a girl called Dream. No, no delighted. No delighted. I just split up that relationship. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have this up on YouTube by tomorrow.
Uh-oh, thanks.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
No, not a lot. No, thanks very much. Where are you from?
I'm from Missouri originally.
Lovely.
Yeah, I was
raised there too? I know my limitations, you know what I mean?
Here's my card, so when it's on YouTube, you know, you'll be able to find it.
YouTube. Don't talk to me about YouTube.
And you can give it to another worker as well.
Right, no
Okay,
worries.
you take care now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, bye-bye. Bye.
We're taking people on a time travel ride back to Victorian era New York where they can enjoy the simple, peaceful things like a horse and carriage ride. He does that on his own. As soon as he gets walking, it swishes around, it'll be out there. He won't let me mess with his tail. He's in charge of his tail.
What's your horse's name?
His tail.
What's your horse's name?
Buddy the horse.
Did I say hi to you in Central Park not too long ago? I asked you your horse's name.
You might have.
I think I did.
A lot of people do, but I'm sure I would have remembered someone as beautiful as you.
Well, thank you. Oh. What's your horse's name?
Susie.
Susie. Oh, that's Susie. Well, hi. What's your name?
Juan.
Hi, Juan. And what's your name?
Mario.
Oh, Mario.
Oh, smart. But you're smart. You got a beautiful smile.
And your name?
Oh, my name is Frank.
Say again?
Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Oh, listen.
No cookies?
Tell me, what's your name?
My name's Joshua.
Okay, Joshua, you take care.
Hey, you too. It was nice to meet you.
How long have you worked here?
Just since the Christmas season. I'm the new guy.
Oh.
Nobody is newer than me.
Where are you from originally?
New Jersey, Delaware, and Florida, and Manhattan.
Okay. I'm going to put this up on YouTube. Susie, take care. You know what? Let me get my hair down.
Hurry up. Come on, you're going to pull them out soon. That's Susie and Susie.
Hi. Where did you come from?
I come
Yes, Long Island. Now this tour bus, where's it coming from?
Are you taking us over to the park, to the Central Park?